Hey everyone, welcome back. What the heck is going on with DoorDash lately? I know, me personally, I've probably lost about 10 to 15% of what I would normally make. I have talked to other Dashers in my area, and then also a whole bunch of you guys as well, and some of you guys have been making a lot less than that on the DoorDash app. So it really makes you think, what is going on? And you know, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago where DoorDash was throwing like ridiculous peak pays in my area and causing even a bigger issue. And a lot of you guys were saying that you were getting it this week. So we're going to talk about today what's going on with DoorDash, and I'm also going to give you some strategies and hopefully get us through these slow DoorDash times. So even though DoorDash might not be producing for you, you can make money elsewhere. So guys, let's kick off today and let's go talk about it. Before we even begin, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button. It helps my channel in so many different ways. So let's talk about really what's going on with DoorDash. I think it's a whole bunch of things combined into one big mess, so to speak. So first of all, I don't think many people are just ordering on the DoorDash platform. I think their sales are down. I think the amount of orders are down. Just people just aren't buying it in general. And the customers who are buying really aren't spending that much money. I really think people are gearing up for the holiday season. They're keeping their money. They're trying to really think about November and December and everything else that's coming up, and they're just not plain ordering. On top of that, I mentioned this weeks ago that this was happening in my own market, and you're gonna have to let me know if it's happening in yours. Like, I saw a huge influx of drivers in my own market, and we're not talking like 1, 2, even 10 drivers. We're talking like 50 to 100 drivers. So when you think about supply and demand, you have people who aren't ordering anymore. DoorDash's amounts of orders is way down, but yet just in my area alone, I have how many more new drivers added into the mix. So the orders aren't enough to go around for all the drivers that are coming out and trying to make money. On top of that, when does everybody start to try to work to get money for the holiday season? Yeah, that would be right now. People are trying to work in order to gain money for the holiday gifts, for spending, for doing all the holiday festivities. So now you even have more drivers out on the road, and then throw in DoorDash, these ridiculous peak pays where every driver known to man comes out. There's just not enough orders to go around for all the drivers that are out there. And like I said, I think there's just a whole bunch of stuff happening, but it's happening. But what are we doing about it? It's hurting our pockets. You know, I'll say it's hurting my DoorDash pockets. It's not hurting my pockets in general, because we're going to talk about how to overcome what DoorDash is doing so you can still make money and you can still make your goals, is what I'm still doing. So as soon as I started to see the DoorDash slowdown happening, I changed my mindset. I changed my way of working, and I encourage you to do the same thing. You know, the definition of sanity is doing the same thing over and over again, because you're going to achieve the same results. You won't want to achieve the same results because you're losing money. So what I ended up doing is, normally I would give you the advice, and I've given you the advice before: sign up as many apps as you possibly can. And I will never discourage anybody from signing up for many apps that are out there, because there are tons. I'm up to 16 at this point. But my fear of telling you guys this advice is there are now wait lists on a lot of these apps. So you can try. I just don't know whether you're going to get on, because the time for signing up was probably months ago, where now if you sign up, you might be put on a wait list. But you know what? Get on a wait list. You never know when it will open up in your area. So if you can't get onto other apps, you have to work with what you have that's right in front of you. And you're not gonna like this advice. I didn't like this advice. I didn't like doing it. I started working apps that I normally wouldn't work and I'm not crazy about, but I knew that they were going to generate money where I was losing money in DoorDash. So what do I mean by that? Yes, I turned on Instacart, my favorite app ever. Yeah, that is sarcasm. I really don't like working in the Instacart app, but you know what? I knew that by turning it on, you can get some decent batches in there, and you can get $20, sometimes $30 if you do double and triple batches. And I turned it on and I started doing Instacart, despite me not really, it's not my favorite thing to do, but I knew it was going to put money in my pocket and really pick up where sometimes DoorDash was lacking. On top of that, I started working my catering apps, which has been a huge part of my success, with DoorDash being down and gaining money on other means of income coming in. So I have plenty of videos to choose from. I'm gonna leave the playlist at the end of this video, but I've been doing a lot with catering apps. Does it happen every single day? No, that's kind of the downfall of catering apps. It's not steady, it's not consistent, but if you can get a good one, you definitely want to scoop it up as they come into your phone. So it's really working apps, like I said, that you might normally not work, but you know what? The thing is getting multiple amounts of apps coming in, and you're really just subsidizing. If DoorDash was your #1 app, you know what? You now have other apps to rely on, and that's my next thing. Don't rely just on one app. You know, it might be your favorite app, and this can go for any app. It could be Uber Eats, it could be DoorDash, it could be Grubhub, it could be any app out there. You can have a favorite app, just don't be so reliant on it that when you see the peaks and the valleys of the gig economy, you're like, oh my God, what do I do now? And then you're losing money and you're not keep on going and you're relying just on that one app. Broaden your horizons, do things that you normally wouldn't do. And that also means you might have to work differently. And notice how I said the word work. And this is going to be my last thought for you guys. You might have to change your hours of your day. I used to go out at 8 o'clock in the morning as soon as my daughter got on that bus. But you know what? Morning has completely died in my area. So now I'm just working the peak hours of lunchtime, and then I'm going out in dinner time. So I lessened my hours, and it actually ended up gaining me more money because I am condensing my hours down during the afternoon when the orders are really coming in. So you might have to adjust, if you can, your hours. And then lastly, like, you might have to lower your standards. I know you don't want to hear that, and I know we all have our own thought process, but you kind of have to live out of the box when desperate times call for desperate measures. That $2 a mile, you might have to throw out the window, and you might have to go to $1.60 per mile, $1.50 per mile, because when orders are coming in, they're not coming in as quickly or at all. You might now only get 1 order per hour, 2 orders per hour, and you might just need to do some orders that you might not normally do. On top of that, you need to go out and hustle. That's just the bottom line. You need to take orders. Get out of your mindset that I have a very specific dollar amount. You can't keep looking for those huge dollar amounts like we used to do. Like, we can't go back to the year 2020 where everything was booming. You need to be in the present of 2023, where there will be days where you can pick and choose your orders, but there will be days that are the lows that you might only get 1 or 2 orders per hour, and you need to take those orders in order to make your money. So guys, that is it. Once again, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you're driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll see you next video. Peace out. If you liked this video and want to see others like it, go ahead and check this out right here. New to my channel? Don't forget to subscribe, and everyone, leave me a comment.